For those of you that are new here, my name is Sierra and welcome back to another vlog. It has been so long since I have done this, but I am happy to be back. There is a reason for that, and I will get into that in a little bit, but I just wanted to say hi, good morning. As you can see, I've had a pretty busy Monday morning, even though I got up about 6:30 and kind of sat in bed for a little bit longer than I should have, but did not stop me from being productive. Let's see, I've already done, as you can see, some more NCLEX studying. Part of my news, as I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video. It's quite sad, but did my questions already for the day. I just need to review those later, and took Sadie on a walk. Just got done at the gym, which is why I'm huffing and puffing a little bit still. It's about 11:15 right now, and I'm gonna make some breakfast slash lunch, I guess. I am so hungry. I'm a starving Marvin, so let's get some food in my tummy. And got a busy day ahead of me, but I will show you guys what I'm doing. But I just wanted to say hi, good morning. Welcome back to the vlog. Okay, real quick, while I'm finishing making up my breakfast, I had this thought. I was like, you know what? I cannot be the only toast girl out there. I love toast. Like, could eat it for literally every meal probably, like, but with jelly or like jam or something. So I've been doing this for a while now, and I feel like it's honestly, it makes me feel better than eating bread in other forms. So I believe it is a little bit healthier, but I do this Ezekiel 4-9 bread. I'm sure you've seen it. It's organic, flourless, low sugar bread, and Trader Joe's usually has the best deal on it for some reason. Like, I go to Kroger and Whole Foods every once in a while, and it's like dollars different at Trader Joe's. So do that, keep it in the fridge. I'm obviously done with this bag now, so on to my next one. But I do 2 pieces of that, and then I'll do just a little bit of butter, this Earth Balance, but usually I'll do the Country Crock plant-based butter. We've just gotten used to eating the plant-based in our house now. And then Absolute Best, so out of breath still. Absolute Best jam is this organic reduced sugar strawberry preserves from Trader Joe's. It only has like 6 grams of sugar, but that's for a pretty big serving. I just do a little bit. It gives me that like little bit of sugar that I need. It's so stinking good. I love it. Got my little toasts here. I'm gonna finish up my little scramble, and I'll show you my plate when I'm done. Isn't she lovely? Look at that yummy spread. I'm so excited. As you can see, we've got little egg scramble with mushrooms, tomatoes, spinach that I had left over, just 2 eggs, and then I put this pico dip on there. I got that at Kroger. I mean, it says mild, but there's definitely jalapeno seeds in there, so we'll see how that goes. And then I got my toast and then this little bowl of fruit. So I'm gonna sit down and eat my breakfast and then get ready for the day real super quick because it's almost noon. I should actually call this my lunch. This is terrible. But that's just my life anymore. And I'm excited to go eat. Oh, I might throw some ketchup on there too. Like, I'm a ketchup with eggs girl. Here is my little fit of the day. I am wearing these maroon leggings from Fabletics. I could not tell you the style or the color at the moment, but I will look them up and link them for sure. Old stinky Nikes on, ignore those. My Lulu belt bag, and then I'm just wearing this Tell Me I'm Alive shirt. All Time Low, it's a band. I just ordered this shirt because on the back, I don't know if I can show it, see it or not, it has a little like smiley face with like heartbeat monitor, like cardiac monitor and stuff, is like very medical. And I love All Time Low, so I was like, you know what, I need this, and I got it and I love it. It's a Gildan though, so I'm not crazy about that, but it's all good. Let's go get started for the day. Alrighty, we are ready to go. Finally, it is almost 12:30. This is ridiculous. So I don't know that I've talked about this in any of my videos, but my job, now that I am not working as a tech anymore, has been doing Instacart, Shipped, DoorDash right now, and I have done these things for a long time. Actually, before I got into nursing school, I was doing Instacart as just a little, like, honestly, I was so, like, exhausted from my full-time salaried job, like, getting phone calls and texts constantly when I wasn't working, that it was my way to, like, escape on the weekends. So that's what I was doing then, and I really loved it for a lot of reasons, which I seriously could make a whole series on Instacart and Shipped and all those things. It's just very, like, mind clearing for me, in the sense that I can't think about anything else, so I really like it. It's a way to get some extra money. I'm not sitting on the couch doing nothing. I'm up getting my steps for the day. So honestly, I really enjoy it, and that's what we're gonna go do right now. I was going to get ready a little bit more. As you can see, literally, like, I needed to jump in the shower after my workout. That was nasty, but I'll have to shower later. So it's hot outside. I'm just gonna get more sweaty anyway. It's fine. I was gonna do my makeup, but here we are. Threw some mascara on, and that's all we're getting done today, because I picked up an order. Orders can be slim sometimes right now, so I have just been working when it's convenient for me, because there's not really a time that orders are best. So when I get something, I just gotta take it. So I took an order, and we're gonna go do that right now. On the way there, I am going to tell you my news and my story. I actually wanted to start this video off with this news because it's in the title, so you're gonna know what's going on. But Jared's aunt is staying with us for a few days, and she was sleeping, and I didn't want to wake her up because our walls are literally like paper. But I didn't want to keep putting off filming, because for a few weeks now I've known about this, and I just was really down about it and not really sure why I'm doing this channel, and like, it's so much work, and it's a lot to, like, put yourself out there, especially as you know, I did not pass the NCLEX the second time either, so I will have to be taking it again. And it sucks. It's embarrassing. I was thrown so off guard. Like, okay, you kind of expect to pass the first time, but like, you really expect to pass the second time. So that was a curveball for me, and it's been a lot to try to understand, like, what to do now, especially because my poor sweet fiance, Jared, he really is struggling at work, just not being happy with it, and wants to do something else. And I totally support him in that, because that, like, we moved down here almost 2 years ago for me to go into this program, and like, yes, it was so it would be cheaper, so we didn't have to carry around more debt, with it being my second degree and everything. we also expected that like by now I would be having a nurse salary. Like anybody that's in nursing, or I mean, we all know it's a better salary than a tech salary. Like I did not expect this to be happening, and it's just really disappointing and like mentally a lot to get over, and sometimes just a lot to like even get out of bed, because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I know I'm supposed to be studying, but who plans on studying for the NCLEX for like, gosh, this is like almost 4 months now, more than 4 months. Like I'm so tired of it. I did take it on March 31st, so the day before they switched it to the new version, which I thought was going to be good, and obviously it didn't work out well for me, which is too bad. But you know what, I decided that I did not want to stop filming. I didn't want to stop putting content out there because it does make me happy, and bottom line, I'm sure there's somebody else that can relate. Even though people are not usually super vocal about not passing, like I'm gonna be vocal. I'm not gonna be embarrassed by it, and I'm just gonna move on with my life. I know it doesn't dictate what I know and my competency as a nurse. I know I still am a nurse. I just need that darn license. But I am a nurse. I graduated nursing school. I can do this. I'm capable. I know this stuff. And that's the frustrating part, is that you could ask me any question about stuff that's going to be on this test, and I could tell you. It's just the way they word questions and how to like narrow them down, and I've never been good at taking tests that way. So that is where I'm at with that. I want to share, and so I don't know if I'm leading you astray, but I'm going to keep showing what I'm doing to study. I guess I just keep changing every time, so I guess by the end of this, by the time I pass, I will have a great idea of what to do. But which leads me into like, I can't sit around and study all day like for weeks, since I do have to wait 45 more days, which should put me about mid-May. I just am hoping that this time will be the right one, and I've learned how to perfect it by then, and I can be an expert. So that's where we're at. I did my questions earlier this morning. I did about 55 of them. I'm doing a study plan with Archer, and I am happy to show like what I'm doing, and I've tweaked it quite a bit, just to what fits for me and my needs, since this is not my first time going over all this material and stuff. So I will share that probably tomorrow, just because Jared's aunt is staying in the office, and that's where my desk is with all my stuff. So I'm gonna do that, but in the meantime I need to make some money just for my sanity, and life is expensive, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat that because it is, and I hate not having steady income. So I'm gonna work my little booty off today. I'll give you guys some updates. I do need to do like a whole series on my job during nursing school, other than, I mean, I was a tech for a lot of it too, but sad money, sad hustle. But I'll show you a little bit and tell you how my day is going as I go. This first order that I got is for I think like $27. It's at Aldi, which love shopping at personally. Despise it on Instacart, but it's different. Alrighty guys, it is time for a little check-in. It is now 2:37, and I think I made $37 so far. I did my first Instacart batch at Aldi was 2 orders and like $27 I think, and then I just did another one that was super quick at Kroger. Honestly, Aldi was super fast. It just reminded me why I hate going to Aldi. Holy smokies. Bouncing all over the place. Just with the cart and the way that they bag things there, it's like so much work. Honestly, I thought I was out of breath when I left there, which I can It just drives me crazy. That's annoying to me. But anyway, I am on my way to do a Target order for DoorDash, which I have never seen before. And it's $29. Like, are you kidding me? I've never seen an order that big on DoorDash. And it's like 20 items, I think, like hair stuff. So I'm all about that. I'm all about it. I might be a little bit behind, but you know what? $29. We'll take it. Alright, you guys. It's 6:30 now. I'm calling it quits for the day. I made my $100 that I wanted to make, so we're going home. I'm just getting back to the apartment, and I think we're gonna take Sadie for a walk probably and just make some dinner. I'm a starving girl. I'm sure Jared is too. And then he needs to watch Love is Blind. He would never admit to it, but he watches it very religiously with me. So he needs to watch the finale because I watched with my friends last night, and have a little bit more studying to do today, but not a whole lot. I made today pretty easy on my studying. So that's about all I got planned for the rest of the night. So I will take you guys with me, and then I probably won't talk much more tonight, just kind of routine type things. And then tomorrow I should be able to get into more of my NCLEX study and stuff. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, you guys, and happy Tuesday. I'm in the closet trying to be quiet because Jared's aunt is still here, I believe. But it is 9 o'clock. Super slow to getting around this morning. I was up till at least 1:30 last night. But I'm gonna go take Sadie on her walk. It's still kind of chilly outside, I think. I'm wearing this super cute set from Amazon featuring Sadie over there. It came with 2 bras, and this is like the more, it's got 2 straps. The other one just has 1 strap, but super cute. I just threw this t-shirt on over top. I'm just gonna go for a walk and get our day started. For a little bit. I've been really into that show. I got all my like little cleaning things done this morning, and then I'm going to either sit down and do some studying or go do some orders. Probably sit down and study, honestly. But because I do need to show you guys my study plan for this version, and I did get my ACT yesterday, so I can sign up for my test again. So might do that, and then do orders later tonight. Not really sure. Jared's working tonight, so he's at work today, obviously, so I'm kind of on my own, which is a lot of the time, which is fine. It's totally fine. Part of what
what I wanted to do for my studying this time around. I think I said yesterday I did get Archer instead. I had been using Kaplan, and it's like a night and day difference. Like, I am so surprised now after taking it twice how similar the questions from Archer are compared to how they ask them on the NCLEX. Whereas Kaplan, like, nothing against them, but they do not do that. They also don't really offer the computer adaptive testing version for like assessments and stuff, and Archer does. So I use them, like, I think I did 3 practice sets last week, and then yesterday I did one. I'm gonna do one today. And every time I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like improving each time. And they're actually like the way that they ask them on the test being like vague, and you have to like try to have that thought process. So that is super helpful. Yesterday I was just not feeling it. I had just such a long day that I didn't get through reviewing my questions. I did 55 yesterday, and so I'm gonna try to get through reviewing those. Hopefully it won't take me too long. And then I am probably gonna do my 55 for today, and then maybe take a break for sure, and then come back later tonight and review those. I have been trying to like watch videos and stuff. They give you like a practice study plan, and I've been trying to watch the videos just to help me, like, because at this point I've done Mark K, like, I know his stuff literally inside and out. I did studying the second time, I did high yield, what's it called, NCLEX high yield or something like that, and they were so helpful. Dr. Z is awesome and helped me with a lot of things, but like all the concepts aren't there unless you buy the subscription. I was just listening to the podcast, but those were really helpful. So I'm just doing this as like maybe another version of like getting the material in my head. But also these videos are like hours long, and I feel like I have to sit there and take notes because of my perfectionism, and there's not enough hours in the day. Legitimately, there are not. So I don't know if I will continue doing that. Like, they're helpful, but it's like different way to do it than either of those ones taught me or how I learned in school. So I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get confused now. I think y'all saw me do this on my first time taking this. I made a little calendar of what to study. So I'm gonna do that again because I didn't even follow it the first time. And then I did make one a second time, and I just saw it in here, and I was like, wow, pathetic, Sierra, pathetic. I need to make this my top priority. I'm really good at making other things my priority, and I need to not do that. So I just looked at the calendar, and I think I have a general idea of when I would like to take my test. So I need to look about if there's a day or an appointment open, then to take it then. And it's like 5 weeks away, so that's a lot of time, which is great. And the study plan that Archer makes is like 6 weeks, so I need to condense that a little bit, which is fine because hello, I've been studying for months. So I just wanted to show you guys how these new style NCLEX questions work on Archer and why I'm loving Archer so much. Also, please ignore my many tabs up at the top. That's ridiculous. So, here's an example of a question. This is not a case study. It's just, it's like a mini case study. Their case studies have 6 questions in them, but this one just has 1 question. So basically it gives you some admission notes about this patient, 36-year-old found unresponsive with no pulse, blah, blah, blah. Basically it's saying he went into VFib, code blue was called, CPR was delivered, pulse was not assessed, and now the monitor is showing asystole. Like, what happens now? So it says the next essential intervention is the administration of They gave epinephrine, amiodarone, sodium bicarbonate. One trick that I learned was for asystole, if you look at it backwards, we're going to give epinephrine first, which is like E here, and then A stands for atropine. That will come next. So obviously it's not amiodarone, it's not sodium bicarb, so I selected epinephrine, got that correct, followed by resuming CPR is the correct answer, and then they have defib and cardiovert, which you cannot do either of those things for asystole. And so these little things that it gives, it shows this score up here. So my score over the max point, so there were 2 points max offered for this question. I got them both right. And then down here it'll show like a difficulty level, average peer score. Sometimes it's percentage. This one was average peers got 1 out of 2 correct, and then how long it took me to answer the question. And then it gives an explanation. So this is basically just like talking about the treatment of asystole. And then sometimes it'll give a little bit more information down here, which is just more asystole stuff. And then the question type, which is also cool. And like what categories, subjects, lesson, that kind of thing. So that's one of the reasons I love Archer. I feel like they give so much good information about the question, and like it's really helpful when you're learning why you got things wrong or right even. So definitely love that about them.
Okay guys, so it is now Sunday. I completely have had a weekend, and I meant to finish this video on Friday, but I just forgot, and I didn't do much studying on Friday anyway. So I just wanted to talk about a little bit what I have done for studying this week and recap, so that in my next video we can do another week. I actually set my test date. I don't think I discussed this, but I made 2 calendars. So I have this one for April and this one for May. And I am doing my test on May 17th, which is a Wednesday. So as of right now, that is still 1, 2, 3.5-ish weeks out. And this week was a full studying week for me. So let me flip the camera around and I'll show you what I studied. Basically for this month, I just had 2 weeks pretty much left, and I kind of mirrored what Archer does as their study plan for 6 weeks, I believe it is. So I kind of condensed that a little bit. So from now on in my studying, I did readiness assessments on Mondays and Fridays. So I will be doing my first one tomorrow, which I don't really know exactly what that's like, so I will be sure to talk about that in my next video. To my understanding, it's basically just questions that help you, at the end of doing all the questions, it gives you an idea of where you're at with being ready to take the NCLEX and how you'll do. And then the CAT exams I put on Wednesdays, and those are basically just computer adaptive testing exams, so they're just like mini practice NCLEX questions. Then I did the same thing for May as well. So Mondays and Fridays are readiness assessments and Wednesdays are CAT exams. Just a different way to get questions in. I'm not sure if you can set how many questions you do, but like this week I did 55 questions all week. This week I did do 55 questions as well. I just didn't write it on here. And then this coming week I'm doing 65. And then the next week bumping it up to 75, next week 85. So I'm sure you can change how many questions you're doing. So on these same days, I will still be doing the number of questions that I'm planning on for the week. On Monday, I did 55 questions. I did go over them all already. And what that means is like either doing it in tutorial mode where you answer the question and then the next screen is telling you the answer on the question, giving you the whole rundown of how you did. Or just going back through them. This day I
did all the questions similar to how you would take the NCLEX, and then I went back and reviewed them later. Not really a huge fan of that because I have low motivation to come back and review them later. Yes, it's good practice for the NCLEX, but just for me, it wasn't working. So I'm going to mark that day off. I did get everything done on there. And then review past practice questions. This week, I think I did 3 sets of 55, and I still needed to review 2 of them. My point exactly with reviewing them right then and there. So I still need to go back and do those. I may not end up doing them, and that's okay. Honestly, it's just questions to practice, that kind of thing. These, my Thursday, I actually ended up doing on Friday because I had a busy Thursday. So I did review these as well. So we are done with this day. And then the 21st, 55 questions, I just did them today. I'm so behind. It's not even funny, but I did review them as well. So I'm going to mark that off. So what I have left for my week here is video watching and relax. Yesterday I did not do any studying at all, just because I was so busy. But I do have some videos to watch. I wrote them down here for what Archer says what videos to watch in the week. So I already did watch the lab values one, and I made some notes on that. And I watched the ABG interpretation one. My notes for the lab values are right here. And this is just the notes that I took from the lab value video. It's about an hour long. This was honestly just a review for me and just kind of a place to keep all my lab values. I do have my Mark K notes, but this was helpful to just have them all in one place for quick reference. So that's kind of why I'm watching these videos. They're honestly a lot of review, but just to have a little bit of a refresher is nice. So still today, I need to watch the fluid and electrolyte imbalance 1, 2, and 3, medical terminology, med administration, positioning, diets and nutrition, and dosage calc. Lots of videos, but honestly, I think a lot of them are pretty short, except for a couple of these fluid and electrolytes, which I feel pretty good about my fluid and electrolytes, just because Mark K did a really good job of how to do those. And then my last thing that I need to do is 4 case studies. I'm going to do these on Sundays because I don't want heavy Sunday days. Usually that's my time with Jared as well. Just not today because he's really busy. But I just wanted a lighter load to because I like to prepare myself for the next week on Sundays. So I'm going to do 4 case studies, and I will show you the website that I do those on. And that's all I've got. I'm just getting ready for studying for the next week. So let me show you the case studies, and then I will probably close out this video. So this website is called Nursing Bootcamp, or bootcamp.com/NCLEX. And there is a next gen course that you can purchase on there. Honestly, I just go through, and this will do a 3-day trial, but they do have case study questions. I believe it's like 40 something of them, 42. All with different, they have critical care, they have peds, they have maternal fetal, all kinds of stuff that you can do. I guess if you have time to go through and do them all in 3 days, awesome, good for you. I'm just kind of switching around on different accounts and just practicing them. And if you're not familiar with how to do the case studies, there are 6 questions in each case study. And I believe the NCLEX Next Gen gives you 8 case studies. So it is a good chunk of your exam. So I have been practicing these. I usually do pretty well on them, and I did well on them in school as well, because I believe ATI does them. But this is just another place to practice. Also, ATI is another place that you can practice case study questions. They just probably aren't specifically stated that they're case study questions. And I believe Princeton Review also does some as well. But for this week, I just set myself a goal of doing 4. So I'm going to do 4 on here. I'll probably do an adult health, a
a peds and a critical care and maternal fetal. It looks like those are the 4 categories. So I'll in critical care. So I'll do one of each of those and call it good for today.
I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video of my week in a life, basically, of studying for the NCLEX. And lastly, I do want to say, if this is your second, third, fourth, fifth, however many times of taking this test, or even your first time, like, do not get discouraged. You got this. I got this. We can get through this together. It sucks, and it's so easy to get down on yourself if this is your second time, third time, multiple time of taking it, because it's not fun. It puts you behind in life. Sometimes you have to move on from jobs that you really wanted. It's expensive and it's time consuming. It's not fun to keep studying for this test over and over again. But I just want to do a little tidbit and say, we got this. Don't give up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.